A fictionalized, I hope, version of early Hollywood and its crazy cast of characters and the debauchery they got into. Whiplash, La La Land, and First Man were all critically acclaimed movies by up-and-coming director Damien Chazelle. After the success of these films, he decided to make an over-the-top, mostly fictional, retelling of early Hollywood, much like Inglourious Basterds, Quentin Tarantino's over-the-top fictional retelling of World War II. It took less than 2 minutes for the to hit the fan, or more specifically, for the elephant to hit the man's face. The first 30 minutes of this felt like something that John Waters would have made if he had had the budget to do so. The amount of insane things that happen throughout this movie is uncountable. Every scene is so fast-paced, the camera is bouncing around between conversations and set pieces that is nearly impossible to follow, and it had to be nearly impossible to film and nearly impossible to edit. Before you have time to process what you are seeing, the next crazy thing is happening. The cast is star-studded and full of A-list cameos. It's hard to believe this many household names were willing to give it their all in such an insane movie. The 3-hour runtime never felt long because of how fast-paced and well-edited Babylon was. Even so, I can't see myself revisiting this that often, even though, while I was watching it, I was afraid to blink. I do have this slight fear that as we keep getting these exaggerated retellings of famous events in the future, it's going to be even harder to tell what actually happened and what was inspired by real events. Margot Robbie uses her Harley Quinn accent, gives it everything she has, and is now, reliably, one of the most scene-stealing actresses in Hollywood. There is a particularly great scene of Robbie's character trying to keep it together at an uppity dinner party. When she breaks hard, and it is hilarious and very gross. And of course, anytime Brad Pitt is involved, you know the charm is going to be turned up to 11. There were maybe a few too many subplots, but I'm not sure what I would have cut. I didn't think anything would come close to the amazing editing and Everything Everywhere All at Once in 2022, but Babylon gives it a run for its money. What I gather from Babylon is that before cell phones and social media and TVs and all of the other modern day entertainments that we have today, the rich and famous were willing to do some really ridiculous things to entertain and outdo each other. One thing is for sure, I will never be able to look at my grandparents' generation the same again. Brad Pitt with a mustache, epic battles, interesting headwear, meeting someone with your face tattooed on their back, playing the trumpet, whatever cacophony this is,